Welcome. I'm Al Goldin. I run the Goldin Home Sales team. I've been in the business of marketing and selling real estate for over 10 years. This business has given me a really tremendous amount of personal satisfaction. You know, I've had the opportunity to help so many people over the years from all walks of life, from the families who dreamed about owning their first home to the luxury home buyer who's looking for that perfect property. We've represented a tremendous number of home sellers who are either downsizing or moving up to a larger home. My team has also represented builders, developers, and investors to successfully accomplish their business objectives and maximize their return on investment. Over the years, we've put systems in place to provide buyers and sellers with specialized knowledge in order to maximize their results. We use proven, repeatable systems backed by market research, which have allowed us to provide really superior results above and beyond a traditional real estate agent. For sellers, it can mean selling your home for as much as 18% more money than what an average agent can sell a home for. For buyers, it has meant finding that perfect home and saving thousands of dollars in the process, plus having a really smooth, seamless transaction. Regarding the home selling process, there are about 105 variables involved in that process, and when all these variables are managed correctly, it can translate to a compounded effect of as much as 18% more in the selling price of a home. Over the years, I've assembled a team of experts who all play an important part in implementing our home selling system. There are actually 7 specific principles that we live by and use in our home selling system. So when we meet, I'll be able to show you step by step how our 7 laws of our home selling system will apply and benefit you, as we mentioned earlier, to sell your home for as much as up to 18%. And if you're a home buyer, you certainly want to know that we can take you through the process, find you the best possible property for your investment range, and make sure that you save as much as possible in the process and have it go very smoothly. Now, over the years, we've been really blessed because we don't just have a client that comes to buy from us one time. We've generated so much repeat business that our business has expanded dramatically, and a lot of these clients are such raving fans at this point that they're willing to spend the time and to explain to those who've never had an opportunity to meet us how we do our business and what kind of results they've been able to get by using our proven home selling strategies. So actually at this point, if you stay open-minded about the fact that we don't all offer the same things, that marketing is very different from one agent to the next, skill sets are different, results can vary dramatically, and we're here to assure that the results that we've been able to get are backed up, but not by me, but by our clients that have actually worked with us. So at this point, we're going to just turn it over and introduce you to some of our clients that we've been working with for a number of years, both present and past clients. See you on the other side.
Hi, my name is Sherry Quinn. My husband and I, Jerry Quinn, are clients and have worked with Al Goldin for quite a while. It has been 8 or 10 years, closer to 10 years that we've worked with him. It started with us purchasing our waterfront home. We were so pleased with everything, so pleased with the transaction that we actually returned to Al and have since probably completed about 10 or 12 transactions. Al Goldin has been much more than a regular or what you would say a typical real estate person is or does. He has actually, from the beginning to the end, advised us, walked us through, literally holding our hands, walked us through quite a few transactions, and some being a little bit more difficult, not necessarily the typical buying of the home, but investment properties, short sales. He's qualified. I'd say he's a lot more qualified than your typical realtor. I'm worth a lot more money now because of Al in the last 10 years. Thanks for that. So I'm assuming he has a really good system in place that allows him to do these transactions and see it through from the beginning to fruition. He's done at least another 6 or 7 transactions for family members, for my brother, mother. Recently, after 10 years of dealing with Al, I just recently learned about his 7 principles. I guess he's used it all along. I was just not as interested in it because I was more interested in the results. But finally, after sitting down and talking with Al and literally going through these principles, I now have a much better understanding of what it is he does and how he achieves those results. It is by him explaining these 7 principles. And the 2 most important principles I think that works probably the best is his expert advice and his execution. It's what got us to the point that we are today. Overall, I have no problems recommending Al. I really think he's one of the best in the business. And again, I can't thank you, Al. Thank you and your team so much. I wouldn't be where I am today without you and your team, and I'll never stop thanking you for that, Al.
Hi, I'm Isabella, and I'm very excited to tell you about my experience with Al Goldin and his team. I met Al about 5 years ago during a short sale that I was purchasing, and the home was listed with his office. Al Goldin made the experience so smooth, and I was amazed at how easily I was able to complete the purchase of the home and go straight to closing. And so 5 years after that, I went to seek out Al Goldin. I need somebody to hold my hand and explain to me how the whole selling process works, because I've never really sold a home. I've only bought a home, and I bought it from you. And the agent that I was being represented by wasn't really, to my liking. I really didn't feel comfortable with calling her. And I recall that when I purchased the home, how smoothly the experience went. So I said, you know what, Al Goldin and his team, that's who I want to go with. And he assured me that he would hold my hand through the whole process, and I felt very comfortable, and I put all my trust in him, and it paid off because him and his team has a system in place that's amazing. There were 7 principles that Al Goldin and his team used, and 2 of them were very effective in the whole process in selling my home. The first one was the law of differentiation, which really proved to me that with Al's guidance, my house stood out among everybody else's home, which in turn I was able to sell it at full asking price. And then the second principle that stood out to me was the law of cooperation. During my selling of my home, the buyer, he was also trying to sell his home. And so Al and his team cooperated with that listing agent for his house, the buyer's house, and they cooperated together and made the sale a complete and successful process. I'd just like to say thank you so much to Al Goldin and his team for the sale of my home and explaining the whole process to me. And in my opinion, I would recommend Al Goldin and his team to anyone who's serious about selling their home.
Mi nombre es Michelle Willard, yo soy un instructor y también trabajo en el mundo del estilismo, además del mundo del espectáculo. Bueno, mi experiencia con Al fue muy interesante porque Al Goldin y su equipo de gente que trabaja en el mundo del real estate no son simplemente los agentes de real estate común que ustedes pueden encontrar en el mercado. Ellos realmente dan esa opción de ser como consejeros. Ellos van a ayudarte de cómo conducir tu dinero al éxito. Mi experiencia propia con Al se da hace unos años atrás, cuando tenía un pequeño monto de dinero y quería hacer una inversión. Ellos me hicieron hincapié en muchas cosas en las que yo debería tomar en cuenta y a veces estaba como un poco titubeante de tomar la decisión o no. Pero al final les seguí el consejo que ellos me daban, que fue la decisión más acertada. Muchas gracias, Al Goldin.
Hi, my name is William Fonseca. I'm a developer here in the city of Miami the past 27, 28 years. I met Al a few years ago pertaining to some property, some multifamily property that we were involved in. where Al finally brought some people in, and we were able to have a successful closing in a very aggressive time. We were also involved in single-family residence, some turnkey residents that I built within the city of Miami. That also Al was part of the marketing. Probably $3, $4, $5 million worth of transactions that have occurred in a very aggressive time. These are buildings that go up very, very fast, in which part of the teamwork that Al has assembled has been to move the product parallel to the completion of the actual project. So all of these homes and multifamilies that we have done throughout the years have been aggressively built and actually have closed in an amazing turnkey time by Mr. Al Goldin, and really there is no way of being grateful. As a developer, we usually don't bring realtors into these things, but Al being a top-notch salesman, it's been an amazing experience, and I just want to thank Al Goldin very much for all the success we've had. And now we're recently engaging in another project that consists of around 10, 15 homes. Another $2 or $3 million worth of real estate transactions that will occur, and I think that Al pretty much has decided to go ahead and just sell them, and they're pretty much all sold. So we as a developer are very grateful to Mr. Goldin. Al, according to the National Associations of Realtors, the average realtor sells 5 to 8 homes per year. Tell me, how did you sell new construction homes in 24 hours?
The 6 homes that you're talking about, yeah, they were right outside of Coral Gables. That was an amazing experience, I have to say. We had a tremendous response from local home buyers that were literally lined up to buy these properties, and we actually turned down offers from hedge funds because we really wanted to cater to the local community. The builder thought that was really important, and it was just a beautiful experience working with all the individual home buyers that got to select certain things as part of their purchase. And how did it happen that we could sell 6 homes that quickly? I have to tell you that there was quite a bit of planning involved strategically before that result actually took place. And we have proven repeatable systems that are backed by market research that allow us to generate really uncommon results above and beyond what a traditional agent can generate. And besides the 6 homes that were sold, we actually generated an additional $8 or $9 million worth of market demand purchases for the same homes in the area. So we're really pleased with the result. We're very thankful to have worked with the builder, and it was a beautiful product that we were offered, so that certainly helped us. But definitely the proven systems that we were able to execute, because execution is really everything. You can make all the promises you want, but we were able to execute and deliver the way we had committed to our client.